In this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can make some simple statistical analysis on the data in your spreadsheet. Our spreadsheet example shows the expenses incurred by a company in the first quarter of a year. The categories for those expenses are listed in column B, and the months in which the expenses occurred are listed in row 2. We have also got the total for each category in column F, and the monthly total for the general spend in row 8. We're going to begin by calculating the average spend for travel. We click on the answer cell, in this case G3. We're going to go over to the auto sum button on the right hand side of the ribbon tab, and we're going to select the average function. Note now how your screen has changed. Excel has put in the function in the answer cell column G3, but notice that it wants to calculate the average across columns C, D, E and F. We don't want that, so we need to redraw across those cells that we do want included in the formula. Once we have done this, we can click on the tick on the formula bar and the answer appears in our cell. We can now reproduce that function down the whole column with a simple click. The next analysis we're going to do is to find out the minimum spend across travel in those 3 months. Once again we click on the answer cell, in this case H3. We go over to the auto sum tool on the right hand side of the ribbon tab, and we click on the min button as we required the min function. Again, we return to the screen and notice that we have some writing in the answer cell indicating that Excel intends to make this calculation across cells C3 to G3. That is not what we want, so we redraw across the cells that we do want. There we have it, equal min C3 to E3. That is correct, so we click on the tick in the formula bar and the answer appears in our cell. We can now reproduce that formula down the rest of the column. Finally, we are going to make the maximum calculation, so we click in the answer cell, in this case I3, over to the auto sum button and click on the menu and select max from the menu. Again, you can see that Excel has included cells that we don't want in our calculation in this particular function, so we once again will redraw across January, February and March, so we just have those 3 cells in the calculation. That is now correct, so we click on the tick in the formula bar and our answer appears in the cell, and we can reproduce that down the whole column. So there we have it. The average spend across travel for those 3 months was £70. The minimum was 50, and that occurred in March, and the maximum was 90, and that occurred in February.